But I've been stalking this man for years.
Yeah.
Since he was a young pup.
Yeah, it's been a bit.
Yes, but this is our first time legitimately talking. Have we ever
I think
spoken?
So.
Okay. That's
No.
the purpose of this podcast.
Nice.
So I'm Evan, Matt Duron of the Duran cover band Duron, I guess.
Yep.
Have you ever seen Duran and just
Unfortunately, no. I wish, but I've never seen them out in this area.
They were touring this summer. Are you still in Pennsylvania?
No, I had to move back to the Chicagoland area, so I have more opportunity for some concerts.
So Chicagoland is in Illinois?
Indiana, but like Indiana. I could throw a rock. Yeah, I could throw a rock and hit the Illinois border. So
okay, awesome, nice. So here's where I harass you. I'm gonna try to do the screen share thing so I can show people. I think I was just getting into Facebook and I was whoring it up on Facebook or something. And we met here at Thiel.
Yeah.
No, why I tried to get you to be my way in.
Right.
And it never happened. And it hasn't happened since. No, and they still don't want to listen to me, but I do have interns now. Just Thiel is a T, and that's very low on the alphabet in terms of contacting Pennsylvania schools.
Right. When you've got Carnegie Mellon and Penn State and Pitt University.
Yeah, so I got to go to Campus Life. I'm showing people my process. I got to go to Campus Life, and I got to find the people. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'll deal with them later.
Yeah.
All right. But it's good. We've spoken. You have child now.
I have a bonus kid. Yeah.
Bonus kid. Good. And now you're now out in like Indiana.
Yep.
And you're looking to like change up careers, or how long? Because you're now you're looking around. But you have experience and stuff.
Yeah, I have a lot of experience. Actually, like I said, I work for waste management currently. But before that, I was doing a whole bunch of security stuff in casinos.
No way.
Yeah.
So you're a big dude. You have like you're swole.
Actually, yeah, kind of. Yeah, I'm for 5'5". I'm like, I guess I'm intimidating.
So that's interesting. Where were the casinos that you were doing this at?
In Hammond and Michigan City.
When did you most frequently, or what usually triggered an intervention from you?
When someone was deciding that they wanted to have too much fun at the expense of someone else.
Like beating them up or taking their money, or neither?
Oh, no. The casino took everyone's money. So that was
that's good. The house always wins. I know that.
Right.
From that Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah, exactly. No, just anybody who was being a little too rowdy. It always was, hey, my name is Matt. I'm a security supervisor here. Come over here. Let's have a talk. It's like, okay. And we say, now listen, I want you to have fun. Everyone else wants to have fun. Let's just tone it down a little bit. I'm going to give you one as a courtesy. This is our talk here, but don't make me come back. If I have to come back, I'm have to ask you to leave for the day. And that was it.
What was the retention rate of like, say, strike two? How often after you gave them the talk?
It was a pretty quick turnaround. It was usually I had to go back.
So they messed up again right away.
Yeah, it was within like a 30 to 45 minute time frame.
So like, we don't care. You're like a substitute teacher. We're not going to pay attention to you.
Oh yeah, yeah. And again, when I have to do this to talk to everybody, because like I said, I'm 5'5", so everybody is taller than me.
Right.
But it's the shirt. When you wear a shirt and tie, but no jacket, everyone's like, "Oh, you think you're all cool and macho?" I'm like, "No, I'm just built really big." So
nice. That's good. Yeah. Okay. So have you been to many shows recently? I know we talked about you haven't seen Duran yet, but you plan to, or you'll start the tribute band. Because concerts have been a big thing now this summer, obviously since COVID.
Yeah.
Is there anything you jumped back into or wanted to jump back into?
Actually, during COVID last year, I saw one of my favorite bands play, and they're out of Finland. They're called Sonata Arctica. but they're playing in Chicago, and I was like, I have to go see them. I've seen them like almost every year that they've been out here.
Yeah.
And I was trying to win Smashing Pumpkins tickets because they played in Chicago Tuesday night, and I'm like, that would be a dream to see them in Chicago at the Metro.
Yeah.
But it was win only. You couldn't buy the tickets.
Oh. What were these bands you were telling me? You said, are there actual bands called like Lore, Crime Junkies, and Old Gods of Appalachia, or did you just make that up?
Well, no, those are actual podcasts.
Oh, okay. I got you. What are those podcasts about?
Yeah. Okay. Lore is literally what it sounds like. It's just a bunch of history, folklore.
Okay.
The guy who runs that, who does it, he's a really nice guy. Storytelling is impeccable. Crime Junkies is actually recorded out here in Indianapolis, actually, and they go through all kinds of different like they've gone through, I want to say, like everything from like Jean Benet to anything that was like recent in the crime world. But Old Gods of Appalachia, that's a horror anthology podcast, and that's probably one of the it is the creepiest but coolest like way to do a storytelling.
So it's episodic, like kind of like serial. Yeah,
and then like they fit everything together. But it's so well done. I definitely recommend it.
Nice. Any other? Is this your podcast debut?
Yeah, actually, I thought about writing. I had started writing a couple episodes of a show, and then I just never got around to actually filming or recording anything. So,
like, what do you mean? You'd like write like a scripted like podcast potentially?
Yeah, I started writing one when the whole Disney Sony split happened, and no one knew what was going to happen with Spider-Man. And I'm like, let me like break down these numbers for you and why Sony needs Disney more than Disney needs Sony. So
that'd even be like a good YouTube video with like graphics popping up.
Yeah,
and you could like you could point to it like a TikTok video, like that's why,
like
that's why.
Right, like click down below.
Visit this link and it'll all work out.
Right.
Nice. So was it a good COVID time over the last 2 years? What did you have more time to get to that you maybe wouldn't have gotten to without it?
Actually, COVID? It was actually nice because I was able to really get into communal writing. I met online, obviously, a group of people who we met with a love of the show Firefly, and so we. Is that
on Hulu?
I think it's on Hulu.
Okay.
We just did not we, but they just had the 20th anniversary on the 20th. So, but the show unfortunately only got one season, but it launched so many careers. But
like back in 2002, is that what you're talking about? Is this an old show?
Yeah, that show with Nathan Fillion and Adam Baldwin, Joel State.
Here's what I found. I found this.
Yeah, that would be right there. And then you've got Alan Tudyk, who has been the voice of every Disney animal for the last like 10 Disney movies.
Yeah.
But it's such a good show. It really was. And I think had it been done now, we'd have at least like 5 seasons in. So, but
what are things? Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
I was say, but the writing thing, really what it is, it's like role playing, but there's a cohesive story. Like, we have point A to B to get to, and then we like, okay, within these points, we need to get to, these characters need to do certain things. So it's been a lot of fun. It helped me kind of figure out how to write a villain, like likable villains.
Yeah. So I like this. So when you get your paralegal job, you're gonna have downtime.
Yeah.
And you can just write your scripts. Well, that's what I did when I started contacting colleges. It was because I moved out to LA and I was just temping. But then there was like this one temp job I did nothing at.
California. I'm like, I didn't think you were out there, but
no, I'm still out there despite my background. But yeah, I just because it's the nighttime, I'm respecting your time zone.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I'm showing understanding. but I was just like I was interning for temping for a cruise line, and they had nothing for me to do
Right.
really. So I just started blasting every fraternity chapter I could get a hold of on in the country that I was a fraternity member of, and that's how it all started. And now they can't afford me, but at least because I could let them. You never know. I don't know. Big deal. Okay. Anyway, but cool. Are there current shows now that you are just watching? But before we jump into our show, is there anything like you've been loyal to like for several seasons recently, or
you know,
if it's an old show or new show? Nothing.
No, I don't like. Well, the Marvel stuff.
Okay.
I'm a huge Marvel nerd.
Yep.
But as far as like anything outside of that, no, not really. I've been really good and bad. Good in the sense that I haven't watched a lot of TV, but bad in the sense that like my friends will be like, "Oh, have you watched this?" I'm like,
oh yeah,
no, I haven't.
Like a full-time job.
Yeah, I've got a
is,
job,
man.
guys.
Now, did you see Love and Thunder?
I did.
Okay.
It was a surprise that we went to this my girlfriend took me to like one of the really nice theaters in Chicago with the reclining seats and everything. And I was like, this is what movies can be like.
Yeah. A lot of LA theaters have that. It's almost like an experience sometimes.
Yeah. Like I'm all for
So
that.
how did you think? Did you like Love and Thunder compared to others, or can't hate on anything because it's Marvel?
No, and that's the thing. Like when people say stuff like that, like, can you hate on? Like, yeah, I absolutely can, but it has to be like an actual critique. I liked it in the sense that it was better than Dark World, but anything is better than Thor: Dark World.
Oh, I forgot what Dark World. I mean, I've seen Ragnarok again recently, but
Okay.
I haven't seen. I forgot the Dark World.
Don't. It's not even. It's not worth it.
That was still with Loki. Was in that one.
Yeah, what's the one with like Jane has the red ether stuff, and just the writing was really weird on that. But I actually loved Love and Thunder because the director Taika Waititi is really good about not taking things seriously to a point, but he has a really good like beats with comedy and something being serious. So
yeah, I mean, I thought it was cool to see my kid now recognize Guns N' Roses.
Yes,
because there's like a lot of it in there. It all circles back,
right?
And I guess that
No, you said so that triggered Stranger Things. That's the only other show that I've been like on watching. And so
you've seen all the 5 seasons. You've seen the 4 seasons.
Yes.
You're up to okay. Yeah. What do you think of the 4th season? I thought it was phenomenal.
It was
like
so good.
Yeah.
I wish that they would stop killing off characters when they don't need to. But
True.
Yeah. This is because I went to a comic convention. I went as Hopper from season 4 with the jumpsuit and everything. So that was pretty fun.
What were you like fully immersed in the Kate Bush scene in that episode?
No, I liked it, but the funny thing is I didn't know it was a Kate Bush song. I'd heard it a few.
I didn't even know it. Yeah.
Like I knew.
But like, what about your experience? Like my experience of watching that scene is like I was all in. Like for some reason. There was just something about
like started lifting and.
Yes, there was just something about like her trying to get out with all that going on and the buildup.
Yeah,
knowing it's inevitable.
That part I was fully. I was grasping the blanket and clutching my pearls. I'm like, oh my god, please make this out, you know.
And then what about the Eddie Munson Metallica?
I love Eddie. I love Eddie so much.
Yeah. I do a lot of those like refaces where I swipe my wife's face in for Eddie. That gets me some good views.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see that.
Now you've seen I see the clips where he actually like gets to meet them and he jams with them before the show.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, so it's nice that he actually went in and took the time and learned how to play, as opposed to just being like, okay, can you CGI my hands into playing the guitar?
Yeah. And so the 2 things I think in season 4 that just like totally had me was the Kate Bush scene, and then the scene of like the origin of Vecna.
Oh yeah.
Like that whole transformation, like it all, because I guess when you're developing a show, and I know my wife took a class on this and she was starting to develop a show, but you kind of want to think in terms of 5 seasons when you put a show together. So if you have that in mind, it's just beautiful storytelling, because it all like tied so much together. And now they know they're all set up for season 5.
I don't know if I'm ready for season 5.
Not ready?
I don't know.
I'm still have to start Cobra Kai season 5. I've seen all 4. I just haven't. I'm a little late when they release stuff. I don't know if you ever got into it. No.
Yeah, I was never a Karate Kid guy. It was never my show. It was never my movie. And when everyone was like, "Oh, you need to watch Cobra Kai," I was like,
right.
Sweep the leg, Johnny. I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, what do I say? It's a good show. I have a friend, someone I went to high school with is in the show. He's like one of the auto dealer employees.
Okay, that's cool.
Anush, I think. Yeah, I went to he does a lot of stuff, Dan. But yeah, so then I haven't, and you have to, I guess, know a lot of Karate Kid Part 3 for this season, but I have never seen that one, because obviously that's where Terry Silver comes in.
Yeah.
And that's where these other henchmen come in. So, but anyway, so you're now my official, I guess, socially awkward Quantum Leap correspondent.
I'll take it.
Have you seen the original? Did you watch?
When it came out, I remember watching it, and
so this is what we're talking about. Al and Sam.
Oh, name a more iconic duo.
Yeah. Well, my kid Beckett is named after Sam Beckett. That's why we named him.
Oh, nice.
That's kind of came too.
Nice.
So
I think I remember watching most of like bits of through the seasons, like through 1 through 5. And then actually during COVID, that was a show that like I had to go buy it on the box set for Blu-ray.
Oh, nice.
And it was funny because I was like, you know what? I started thinking like, man, this would be a good show to reboot or to bring back. And then here we are, 2 years later.
And they have.
It's like, stop stealing my ideas, Hollywood.
No. They steal everything. So you saw some of the old one. Now I got you to watch the new one now with, I guess, I mean, I've seen, obviously I saw it all when I was like, in middle school, the original time, but I think my wife and we saw it obviously like 12 years ago before our kid was born, obviously, to get the name in there. What was your takeaway so far of this new version of Quantum Leap so far? It's only the pilot.
Right, it's only a pilot. That's why I keep reminding myself that it's only
that they
pilot.
changed. That it was supposed to be a different episode for their pilot. I think it was based around like an earthquake episode. I'm here because I listened to like the Quantum Leap podcast, and now I hunt those guys down and talk to them and stuff. But but I guess the network, maybe they wanted something more flashy for the first episode.
Yeah, I guess
this could have been at any time. Yeah, but
I think I read that too. That it was like a San Francisco earthquake, and I'm like, which San Francisco earthquake? But yeah, no, I think overall, it has a good feel to it. Obviously, it's a pilot, so you have to really take that with a grain of salt. Because some of the writing is a little clunky. It's a little cliche, but like I feel like that's paying more homage to the original by having some like awkward dialogues. So
true.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to, because obviously it's hard to make something for old fans and new fans at the same time.
Yeah.
Because like us, like I'm a diehard, and I'm like, it's funny. I'm friends with someone that's on the show. She's gonna be, I don't know if I can, she's gonna be Al's daughter. The one that's Al's daughter.
Oh, really?
Like we saw her eyes in the beginning of the episode, so I feel like it's out. She's out. She's like, Al's daughter.
And then like typing furiously.
So she'll. So I let her know like I'm a big fan and everything, and she actors they may not be diehards of whatever they portray, but
right.
It's good to have that, like, ear to her, like, oh my gosh, I'll tell you this, I'm gonna tell you this. Or if she's like, you know, I had a good talk with her today. We're texting back and forth about stuff and asking me about like the fan base and everything. And I was just kind of giving her some hopefully what I thought was some insight. But
Yeah.
I feel like even though she's not like in the cast, like a featured, like the main cast, she's to be the descendant of Al. I mean, that's the most important, I feel, character in the whole thing.
I agree. The one thing I understand, again, it's a pilot. I don't like they're already like, she's the bad guy. She's the antagonist because she did this thing. Well, we all know it's going to be the government that's going to be the bad guy.
Right.
When Magic goes to do his meeting, it's going to like, they're going to be like, and you're going to find this guy and you're going to go back. And it's going to turn into like, yeah.
Right. We shall see. I mean, they have the idea of what they want to do.
Yeah.
But there are like Magic is an actual character that Sam leaped into in the original.
Yeah, from
Vietnam.
Yeah, from season
save his brother. It was like season 3-ish, maybe.
Okay.
Because it was really like, I feel like this show is amazing. See, the last season of the original was kind of strange because it was all like gimmicky. Like he leaps into Oswald, he leaps into Elvis.
Right, like
he leaps into someone taking care of Marilyn Monroe.
Right.
And then, you know, but you know, it ran its course, and you know, we wish he'd come back, but we shall see.
Yeah.
Did you like seeing more of the facility? I guess they kind of moved everything.
Yeah,
the technology. Do you like the extra technology?
I did. I like that a lot. I like that. I like that it was still not perfect. You know, there were still snags that they hit. And I love Mason Alexander Parks, Ian. Like, I love that character.
Yeah. He gets a lot of. He probably stands out a lot. I feel like he seems like he's someone that would be very musical theater, but you put him in like a TV setting, and it stands out. So you know, as long as it's almost like, is he the comic relief of a show that's mainly a drama, or is he just someone to kind of like take you out of the seriousness of everything? So
right.
Yeah.
So and I hope there's a little more. There's more character building with the secondary characters with him.
Yes,
that'd be really nice.
I should say them. I should say them and they. I forgot.
Yes,
it's a they them situation.
Yeah,
but yes.
Because I feel like with the original, it literally was the the Alan Sam show. But I like that the secondary characters that we are getting to see like current time in the show. With how they're trying to help Ben get back.
Yeah. So we'll see. Right now, obviously there's a lot of questions. And here's the new one. I have the photo for the new one too. Let me show that overlay. There it is. It's Ben. It's Raymond. He's trapped in lots of different places. Let's look. So we analyze because he's going to be like a rock star in one. He's going to be I don't know, something in like he's on a shuttle for the next episode.
Yeah. So I thought about that. So I actually like how they use this jump, because you can almost say how at the end like, oh, we can't get him. He's we can't find him on Earth. Well, it's because he wasn't on Earth. He's in a spaceship. So that could be a nice little.
That's a good one. Yeah, because sometimes. Yeah, and I guess they're going to address whether he leaps beyond his own lifetime and things like that. So
yeah, because with Sam was always in the past. So that'd be interesting if they can leap forward.
Yeah, that maybe because Sam busted it open or something, or because one time Sam leaped into like his great grandfather or something, because he was back in the Civil War, I think, one time. I mean, sometimes these things just come back out of nowhere. Yep. Now I usually for Christmas I usually help with a charity show, and I write skits Christmas based. So let me know. I'm pitching you my Quantum Leap themed Christmas skit. It's where someone, and hopefully no one steals. I got to write this quick. Someone leaps out. They're not going to leap into Santa, but I think they're gonna leap maybe into like Mrs. Claus. And the problem is the Santa Claus is getting in shape. And because Santa Claus is getting in shape, Christmas interests him less. And he wants to do other things like explore the outdoors. And basically the leaper is there to keep Santa fat or to get him fat and maintain Christmas.
We can't have swole claws. No. I would watch it, but
I've done like these parodies of stuff. Like I've done like what I've done. I don't know, like a dating game with all kinds of Christmas thing, whatever. Sometimes I do this just for the good of I write weird stuff sometimes, so it's fun. But I'm gonna we got to keep Santa fat, otherwise we lose Christmas forever.
Right. That's the Christmas joy.
Yeah. So we'll see. Nice. Is there anything I should promote of yours? Is there anything we should? Is there like, are your writings tucked away somewhere?
Yeah, everything's in a shoebox in a desk drawer.
Okay. We'll give that its own Instagram.
Yeah, and then the post on
Matt Shoebox at Matt Shoebox.
Oh, that's a good idea. Nothing that's editor ready yet. I have a couple things that I need to kind of polish up before I can send out. There has been an editor who's interested in a thing, but I have to get it ready for them to even look at it. So
love it.
Yeah.
You got a lot of writing around you. I feel like there's this big I can see some big writing coming from you. That's all.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Excellent. Do you have any questions for me? This is our first ever, because we first probably were in touch in like, I don't know, 2007-ish, maybe. Yeah.
So that would be about the right time.
Yeah. Any you want to ask me a question or anything, or low interest? Either way, doesn't matter.
low So, what are you listening to as far as like the podcast and all that goes?
Oh geez. I used to listen to like only a lot of like wrestling podcasts, like the Ringer stuff from like the Ringer I'll listen to. Like I listen to like New York sports stuff. It's mostly just sports stuff, really. It's like sports from back in New York. That's the most of it. Busted Open Radio. Sometimes there's like a few news things I listen to, but it's nothing of substance, really. It's just it's just sometimes any news stuff is like, am I gonna have a better day from listening to this?
If my day's here, how's it gonna go if I listen to this?
I'm in such a down mood. Maybe CNN and Fox News will lift me up. There we go.
Yeah.
So I try to, whatever keeps my interest, but mostly I'd say wrestling above anything, because that's my side passion, I guess.
Oh yeah. No, that's I hadn't come prepared with questions. I wasn't.
Okay. I don't. This is what this is about. It's these awkward pauses that will make the ultimate show reel for this podcast and get it the distribution it so desperately could do without. But yeah, good. All right, man. So I'm gonna let you do your thing and enjoy life 3 hours in the future.
I say it's dark. It might get some rain. So
okay. That Midwest, I tell you. Lucky place. I'm trying to be there soon. So I'll try to get back to Indiana. I did IU back in April. I did Bloomington back in Bound, where, if that's close to you where you were.
Yeah, it's a couple hour drive.
Yeah. Oh, that's too far.
So that's the Midwest. Anything, it's like it's a 7-hour drive.
What colleges are near you? I'll still do colleges, even though I'm old enough now to be like their teen dad or their real dad. Like what schools are near you?
There's a branch of Purdue that's out here.
Like Calumet or something like that.
Yeah, Purdue Calumet. There's Purdue Northwestern.
Right.
That used to be Purdue North Central, but they changed their name. There's a branch of IU, like IU Gary.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure there's some that are like just on the side of Illinois. So
okay, got it. Is it Illinois or is it Illinois?
I've always said Illinois.
Okay.
But I mean,
Because I talk to kids sometimes from Illinois and they say Illinois, but maybe they haven't like learned to read enough yet.
right.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the matter? You call it Illinois?
Said like a true New Yorker. How you doing? All right. Cool, man. So good talking.
Good talk.
Let me know when you see Duran and see if that name similarity pays off.
I hope so.
Hopefully that's like the pre-sale code of Duron.
I'm with
to
it.
get in early tickets to Duran because they were touring. So we'll see.
Excellent.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on, and we'll roll. Yeah.